Brothers and sisters, very good morning, everyone. I wish all of you a very nice Wednesday and also very nice week. We are going to start now with this test that says about spiritual influences and problems caused by those influences to the human beings was alive. There's a test. I've prepared a test for about 3 pages, 3 pages. Hope you join me in this program. If this is the first time, so subscribe to the channel and leave your like there. Also, click on notification bell to be notified when the program starts. I wish all of you join me and also disseminate this video to others, those who don't know about. And in the second part of this video, we are going to do pipe cleansing, what we have been doing in other programs in English. This is for English speaking people. So I'm gonna let you more 30, 40 seconds to start reading this test. Well, there are illnesses that medicine recognizes, measures, classifies, and treats. They are illnesses of the body. They can be seen in tests, analyzed in laboratories, and monitored by specialists. However, there exists another dimension of human existence that almost always remains ignored. It is the invisible field of the mind, of psych energy, and of the spiritual atmosphere that surrounds every human being. It is within this silent field, well, it is within this silent field that many of the pains that most torment humanity are born. These are what we call the illnesses of the invisible. They do not appear in x-rays. They leave no immediate physical marks, yet they slowly erode joy, weaken the will, obscure thought, and disorganize the inner life. Modern humanity cares for the body with attention. It cares for appearance, nutrition, and physical exercise, but it rarely concerns itself with mental and spiritual hygiene. And it is precisely there that imbalance begins. The human mind is a living field. Everything we think leaves impressions within that field. Noble thoughts elevate the vibration of consciousness. Inferior thoughts densify this inner environment. Constant anger, envy, vulgarity, resentment, slander, emotional addiction, and degrading habits function as through open doors to influences that do not belong to the luminous region of the existence. The universe is inactive of many levels. Not all spirits walk towards the light. Just as there are elevated souls who work for the good of humanity, They are also confused, rebellious, and deeply disturbed consciousness or spirits. Every day on this planet, more than 1,080, I mean, 108,000 people leave the physical body or die or pass away. So the death of the body does not immediately mean spiritual clarity. Most souls lack the inner preparation to understand what has occurred. Many remains attached to the habits they had while they were incarnated. They remain connected to the environments where they lived. They remain attached to their addictions, passions, and desires they cultivated. Thus, true clusters of disoriented souls are formed within the fluidic atmosphere of the earth. These spiritual groupings create invisible communities with their own hierarchies, influences, and interests. Many of these spirits live immersed in ignorance, rebellion, or the desire to continue participating in the material life, in material life. Having no physical body, they seek to approach those who still possess one, and they find access through whatever each person nourishes within their own mind. Low thoughts attract spiritual companionships of the same nature. Environments saturated with negativity become true meeting points for these consciousness. Constant, the constant proximity of this presence can generate a series, a series of symptoms, and many interpret merely of psychological or emotional problems. José Tavera, welcome. Hygiene, mental hygiene. Welcome, José Tavera. Well, the constant proximity of these presences can generate a series of symptoms that many interpret merely as psychological or emotional problems. Persistent fatigue, inex, 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 inexplicable discouragement, constant irritation, anger without a clear reason, insomnia or disturbed sleep, loss of focus and attention, body pain without apparent cause, deep sadness, repetitive conflicts in relationships. You see, these are invisible problems that a conventional medicine cannot even see. When a person or when a person's sight field becomes fragile, external influence finds easy ground. Some of the disincarnated souls approach the living through affinity. Others approach them deliberately to the star. Men amuse themselves with human suffering as they remain trapped in extremely unbalanced mental states. Mark Place, 96. Can you say, why are you gay? Who is gay? I'm not gay. I'm hetero. Okay? When a person's psychic fields become fragile, external influence find its ground. Some of these disincarnate souls approach the living through affinity. Others approach deliberately to the star. Many amuse themselves with human suffering as they remain trapped in extremely unbalanced mental states. Entire groups dedicate themselves to feeding environment of conflict, discord, an emotional disorder. They influence family arguments. They intensify resentment. They stimulate impulsive decision. They stimulate impulsive decisions. They amplify negative impulses. They create fields of mental confusion that lead people to commit serious mistakes. Okay? For this reason, spiritual care has ceased to be a psychological luxury. It has become an urgent necessity. The first defense of the human being is the cleansing of the mind. Disciplined thoughts create a protective atmosphere. An organized mind functions like a well-lit house where shadows cannot remain. The second defense is the cleansing of the aura, which is the energetic field that surrounds the body. This field absorbs influences from the environment, from people, and from one's own thoughts. When someone lives immersed in a vulgar conversation, when someone lives immersed in a vulgar conversation like marketplace, degrading jokes, aggressive environments, and spiritual poor habits, this field becomes dense and vulnerable. That's why ancient spiritual teachings always recommend prudence. Avoid low-level conversation. Okay? Mark place. Avoid low-level conversation. Avoid environments dominated by aggression. Avoid mental addiction that weakens consciousness. Preserving inner dignity is not morally, it is spiritual protection. Another essential practice is to develop discipline and method in life. The human mind needs direction. When there's no clear purpose, the inner void becomes fertile ground for external influences, elevating readings, silent reflection, serious spiritual study. A moment of inner recollection strengthens the physical field. This practice connects human consciousness with the higher regions of the spiritual plane. There exists a vast community of advancing spirits who works for the progress of humanity. Their consciousness that have already surpassed lower conflicts. They are consciousness that have already surpassed lower conflicts and dedicated themselves to assisting worlds in evolution. When the human mind sincere seeks truth, it establishes a natural connection with these higher intelligences. This connection strengthens mental clarity, expands discernment, and creates spiritual protection. But these require seriousness. One should not follow any voice, any promise, or any spiritual discourse. True spiritual guidance always brings logic, balance, serenity, and moral responsibility. Be wary of confusing speeches. Be wary of ideas that stimulate fears, fanatism, or blind submission. Authentic spirituality invites lucidity. Another point of attention concerns environment changed with psychic density, cemeteries, hospitals, prisons, and places where intense suffering has occurred accumulate large quantities of low human emotion. Visiting such places due to the social or family obligation is understandable, but attending a funeral can be an act of respect and farewell. But it is wise for a person to keep this mind clear, to keep the mind clear, calm, and protected after such contacts. Tight cleansing becomes necessary. A moment of elevated thoughts, a calm spiritual bath, a few minutes of mental silence help recognize the energetic field. Many people believe they are rendering a spiritual service simply by repeatedly visiting cemeteries. However, the true tribute to those who have departed is not found in remaining in such environments, but in living with dignity and lucidity. Psycholo- I mean, physical death should not imprison the living to constant sadness, nor tie to them to heavy environments. Life asks for renewal, and every human being always has before them the possibility of a new beginning. Clean the mind, reorganize habits, choose companionship more wisely, cultivate noble thoughts, seek serious spiritual knowledge. These attitudes completely transform the invisible environment that surrounds a person. When consciousness rises, lower influences lose their strength. What once found access simply ceases to find resonance. Inner light does not need to fight darkness. It simply needs to exist. Humanity is passing through a moment of great spiritual confusion. Never before has there been so much access to the information, and at the same time, so much mental disorientation. Never before. For this reason, the true work begins in the mind of each person. Mental discipline, spiritual clarity, responsibility for one's own thoughts. Those who care for their own soul build an invisible fortress. And within that fortress blossom what no shadows can destroy, the freedom of the soul. This was the test prepared for the title, according to the title, The Diseases of the Invisible. According to the test, people passes away and they don't know where to go. They don't know where who to contact. So they remain in the very same environment that they used to live before the death. They become problems to the uh, human beings, to the incarnated people. So they become problems. Never mind if it was a dad, a mom, a brother, a friend, anyone, as long as he passes away or she passes away, becomes only a spirit, desincarnated spirit, and stay on remains in the very same environment where I used to live, then becomes a huge problem for those who are living there, because at that moment starts to send intuition, starts um, to make some influences according to, or because of the environment where he or she uh, is living. At all is no longer person, is a soul, is a spirit, to start to make influence and is keep attaching to ones, to loved ones, making influences for decisions and start giving or start giving problems like diseases, invisible diseases, like depression, insomnia, uh, sleepwalking, those kind of problems. All of them comes from the spiritual side, the invisible side. Brothers and sisters, we are going now to jump to the very important part of this program, which is psych cleansing. Psych cleansing, we use it to practice all the in all programs, whether in Portuguese or English. We use it to practice psych cleansing. This is the top moment of this program. So now we are going to start practicing psych cleansing. I hope you concentrate, elevate your thoughts, be connected to the stars, to the universe, and pay attention for each word you pronounce. Okay? Broslin's hymn on Gang. This is kind of German. Are you German? Welcome to my program. Subscribe to the program. Broslin's. Okay? To the higher Ostro. Great focus life of the human. Great focus, creative force. We know that the laws that govern the universe are natural and immutable, and to them everything is subject. We also know that it's through study, reasoning, and the suffering derived from the struggle against the bad habits and imperfection that the spirit clarifies itself and achieves a greater evolution. Taking more of what we must do and putting our free will into action for the good, we radiate thoughts to the superior spirits so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. To the great focus life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus, life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus, life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus, life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirit so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focused life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focused life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus, life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus, life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus, life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus, life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus, life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus, life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus, life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus, life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focused life of the universe. Here you are, here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. Great focus life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. To the higher Ostro, great focus life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. To the great focus life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. To the Austro leaders of spiritualist movement, great focused life of the universe. Here we are radiating thoughts to the superior spirits, so that they may envelop us in their light and fruits, strengthening us for the fulfillment of our duties. We come to the end of this program, Spirituality Online. I'm inviting you all to subscribe to the channel. Those who are new, whether this is the first time, so you subscribe to the channel, you join the channel Vida Espiritual. We used to practice cycling every Wednesday of every week. So I hope you'll be present in the following weeks in the site cleansing. Hope to I wish all of you a very nice Wednesday and of course a very nice week. Hope to see you next time. Best wishes and stay tuned. Join me. Stay connected. Keep in touch. You can make any question in the comments. You can make any, if you have any doubt and curiosity, you just leave a comment there. I wish you the best. Bye bye and see you next time. Maria Aparecida, bom dia. Professor Rubens e a todos. Namastê. Good morning. Bye bye.